Let's look at a simple rig for a shock absorber, especially the rig for the shock absorber's spring. First, we need to place the pivots of the upper and lower parts of the shock absorber at the centers of rotation. Next, we create two dummy objects at the centers of each shock absorber object, child and parent. It's important to reset the scales to 100. Then we link the child to the parent. Then we use the look at constraint of the upper child to the lower parent, and the lower child to the upper parent. After that, we set the axis. In my case, the z-axis works best for each part. In the future, the shock absorber may move or rotate, and to prevent the axis from glitching, we add a point, or any object serving this role, which will be placed on top, and we link this point in the up node of each look at constraint. For the spring we use two bones. The upper one is the main. We place them at the center of the shock absorber axis, and the main bone should slightly extend above and below the spring for proper skinning. We add two dummy objects and align them to each bone. The lower bone is linked via a position constraint to the lower dummy, while the upper bone is simply linked to the upper dummy. Then, the only step left is to assign a look at constraint to the upper dummy, targeting the lower dummy, and set the correct axis. It's not a problem if the lower bone rotates. It serves only as a linking point, while the spring will use the main bone. Now we add a skin modifier to our spring and assign the main bone to it. Next, we simply need to link the upper spring dummy to the upper child dummy of the shock absorber, and the lower spring dummy to the lower child dummy of the shock absorber.